Hello guys and welcome to the Riding with Robbie YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about 10 great gadgets for bike packing that you might not know about yet. So this list is a few things that I take which I noticed other people don't, and also when I've been at races and events and looked at other people's setups and thought, oh, that's a really good idea. So that list comes from, not just me, other people's setups that I've seen and read about as well. So before we start, disclaimer, I have to say that I do use affiliate marketing. So if you buy anything through the links off this list, it isn't going to cost you any more money, but Amazon will give me a little bit of a percentage for referring you guys in that direction. I will put all the links in the comments below. So if you're watching this as a video and not reading the blog, I will put the website link below where you can find all the links to all these products. Yeah, it's ridingwithrobbie.com, and then it'll be 10 best bike packing things. But anyway, look, pinned comment, it'll be there. So the first one, guys, drawstring bag. Really handy. So this is something I take on quite a lot of bike packing trips. Really good because when you get to a shop and you're going to a hotel after all, you're going camping and you want to carry a bit of extra food and water, drawstring bag is excellent because you can go into the shop. Yeah, thanks mate, I love this, blah, 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 blah. Fill it up, chuck it on your back and go where you need to go. Also, it goes to the same as if you're going to be cycling through the night. Great idea to have a drawstring bag because you can literally take extra food and water if you're not going to find any resupply anytime soon. The next thing, guys, a mini sewing kit. Yes, so Atlas Mountain race a couple of years back, I remember hearing about a guy that really massively split his tyre in a really remote place on the race, and he sewed it back together again and put an inner tube in it. Epic. How epic is that? So sewing kit weighs nothing, and if worse comes to worse and that happens to you, then it could be the fix you're looking for. Next thing, carrier straps. So carrier straps are a fantastic idea. So just say you're running tubeless and something goes wrong and you need to carry some inner tubes so you haven't got the space in all your bags, you can literally just strap them to your frame with carrier straps. You could do this with food, anything. They're great little straps. They weigh nothing. They cost next to nothing. Really good idea when you're bike packing, just to give you that extra little bit of space that you might need. Emergency lights. So these lights, by all means, are not good enough to keep you visible at night alone. I will say that. But just say your dyno goes wrong, or your lights run out and you've got one more hour of darkness left, or you just need to look for something. These lights are fantastic just to clip on the front and the back, just as that extra layer of protection if your stuff does run out. So when I use these, I literally used to have one on the back at all times and my USB lights as well, just in case one of them failed. I would always have a rear light because you can just keep riding into the night and just forget to check every so often. So emergency lights cost nothing, you get 6, they're battery powered, so you can even replace the batteries while you're going. Next thing, water cleansing tablets. So I've always taken these but never ended up having to use them. I've heard about some people actually when they do these really remote races needing to clean their water because they get it from streams and things like that, and you don't necessarily always know what's at the top of the stream. There could be animals and they could be contaminating the water, let's say. So some people actually use these tablets to put in their water and go from there. Obviously, see if you can take them, I've never used them before. I hear they actually taste terrible by all means, but they kill 99% of germs, which could be the difference. So well worth looking into those. The next thing, a mini bike lock. Typically, a lot of people go bike packing, don't take bike locks. I understand that, they're heavy, they're annoying, but if you do go in a supermarket, you can't just leave your bike unattended. Just having a small lock like this one here that wraps around is an ideal way of just keeping your bike safe just for those extra few minutes in case someone did try and get it. Like these locks, you're not going to lock your bike up all night with this, but for 5 minutes at a cafe or when you're in a shop, they are ideal. And they're very cheap, they're very light, they only weigh about 100 grams. Perfect idea. The next one is something very few people know about. It's called a battery power bank. And I know that sounds like, oh, it's just a power bank. No, these are power banks that you can actually put batteries in and charge stuff off. They don't work with all devices because it's to do with the voltage, and they are not something I'd recommend relying on as a sole source of power. But if you do get stuck, you can get these little cases. You put AA batteries in and you can charge things like lighting and that off. So if you're a few hours from the end of a race, you go into a shop, it's night time because you've run out of power, you can actually get these little batteries to charge your Garmin, stuff like this. But really handy little tool. I took one on a race once and it did save me once. I tend not to, I haven't used mine in years, but as an emergency, it's a good little idea. It's a good idea. Very few people use it. Next thing, waterproof wallet. I know. So few people take these. So when you are bikepacking, you've got your passport, you've got tickets for stuff like ferries, you know, national parks, that kind of thing. You've got money, you know, it's so easy. And if you're riding all day in the wet, typically most branded saddlebags and, you know, roll bags and frame bags, they say they're waterproof, but not to the extent of torrential weather. So something like this just keeps everything really protected, and it just makes sure everything stays in one piece. And also, like, it's handy to know where everything is. You know, you want to keep all your valuables in there, so when you do go into a shop, you can literally just keep it on a lanyard, pay, there you go, your phone's there, your wallet's there, your passport's there, in case anything happens to your bike outside. And guys, next, Revolut card. So whenever I go away, I use a Revolut card. It's like a prepaid cash card. I do this because it's really easy to manage on the app on my phone that they have. It's really good for getting the right currency, so you can change what currency you want to pay in. It just makes life easy. You know, I hate using, like, if you go to these little shacks to buy anything in the middle of nowhere in a country you don't know, I just feel a bit more secure using a prepaid card than I do my card from home. That's just me. Last thing on the list, guys, multi-charging cables. So you go bikepacking, you've got your lights, you've got your Garmin, you've got everything you need, and you want to take spares. So you end up with 3 cables for, let's say, your lighting, your Garmin, and what else do you need? Your phone. So 3 cables. You want to take backups. That means you've got 6 cables at this point. And before you know it, you look like you're riding an electric bike with all the cables. So I always say, instead of taking a spare of each one, just take a multi-charging cable. So you've got your primary phone cable, your primary Garmin cable, your primary lighting charging cable, and then you've got a backup cable which can do multiple things at once, or if one of your cables breaks, you can fix that really easily. So there are a few things, guys. Drop us a comment below if there's anything you want to add to it. And like I say, guys, if you look in the comments below, the pinned comment will be a link to my website where you can get all these links to know where to buy these things. Anyway, guys, stay cool, and we will catch up. Tomorrow is Monday night, so Monday Night Live. So I'll see you guys at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll catch up then. Stay cool.